Good morning, everyone. My name is Banks, and I am the lead analyst for Good Elite News and also the founder. All right. So today we're going to be looking at a couple things, but let me answer this person's question quickly. So this person said, "Good morning, boss. Which trading style would you advise a beginner to learn, either SMC or traditional trading technique?" First off, there's nothing like traditional trading technique, or let me just use your word, traditional trading technique. SMC is under price action. You can quote me anywhere. SMC is still under price action. Do you get? So if you want to learn as a beginner, maybe you don't have, if you have capital, good. If you don't, visit www.goodelededeals.com. You can start a beginner course there for free. Then when you're done, you can visit our web app, which is www.goldeliteacademy.com. All right. So there you can have varieties of options that can allow you to learn and all of that. So it's an avenue for you to grow. And you can actually even get a 1 month payment plan there for as low as 32,000 naira. I don't think there's anybody that will record that level of courses that I put out there for 32K. And that's like my first ever monthly paid service back to back. So what else? Let me see another question somebody else asked here. So the one that break even hit, should I enter again? I never told you that break even got hit. Personally, I'm still on the trade and it's currently at B. So yeah, like I don't see any reason why you should put a trade at break even if you are running a challenge. You should be open to taking risks, and it has a stop loss. And that's the reason why, if you notice, our style of trading this challenge is very different. I told them already because I had a meeting with our technical department yesterday. We didn't sleep till like 3 a.m. I told them yesterday that on no account should anybody send signals that would not have chart representation. That's why we make sure that every trade that we send now, there are charts there, so you can see the bias behind it. They just even sent a signal into the Forex, into the derivative signal room. They just sent a new signal to the derivative signal, and the signal there has charts. If you are in the derivative signal room, you would have seen it. It has charts. Like he sent a trade and he put the chart there already. And then right now, even in the derivative signal, people are already up like 200. Okay, somebody's even saying yes, good. Because it's a different style. I told them yesterday, like, if you saw the post, I told you guys that I'm working twice as I just to ensure that people have a very swift experience and all. So that's the reason why we're also doing this. So you guys can actually come and learn. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. So there's charts to every analysis that we send throughout this challenge for 31 days. It's a lot of work. I only had 4 hours of sleep, and it's insane. But then we have to do what we have to do. I'm even up, I think, like $2,000 or so. Yeah, like 2K, 1,000 something. So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, it's running good. I just love the fact that somebody here is testifying to what I said live. The trade in the dairy signal currently is running 220 pips in profit. Good, good, good. I hope you made money from that. So yeah, let's go. So today first though, we're going to be looking at XAUUSD. It's clear and direct. We're currently on the trade in the Forex signal room, basically. And what are we looking at? First off, we're looking at possibilities of buys. Why? Yesterday we had markets, give us sort of like a shift in momentum, and then we had basically structural breaks, and I'm going to explain that to you. Now, first off, this is an area. If you notice this area that I marked out here, this is a rectangular zone that I'm expecting market to basically sell from, right? But market did not basically push down price from here. Instead, what market did was a continuation of the buy bias, right? So when market pushed down price, right, and pushed up price back into this area, market started falling, right? We're expecting it to automatically sell rather. But then, wait, you can't see my screen? Well, if you can see my screen, let me know. Oh God, I hate divided attention. If you can see my screen, just chat in the. Okay, okay. All right. So now you can automatically see here that this was a low. Then market, push down price here. Please pay attention. Market push. This was a low, and market pushed down price here, right? And the market continuously pushed up price again. Then, as market continuously pushed up price, right? Automatically, as market continuously pushed up price here, automatically this zone looks like a zone that is being respected. All right. So now imagine when you now have like possibility of two equal lows, right? Then you now have this push up momentum that happened here. The market push down price breaking below these two regions, right? So automatically we now have a sort of a supply and demand zone, all right? So for me, you know that now you have a break and retest area here where market has broken and you're expecting it to retest back into the zone and then crash. That's why when market pushed down price here yesterday, we were able to bag, I think, like 400 pips first initial sales from this trade. That's why when market pushed down price here, now we now have a case scenario where it pushed down a bit. It pushed up price and then it pushed down a bit, right? But then it failed to continue that momentum, and then now we now have the upward trend and all of that. So the first area that can be a potential TP is this zone. So if market possibly breaks this area, they're going to have a long all the way to the next high. Does that make sense? So and that's like the main reason behind that buy bias. People say they can see the screen. All right, cool. So that's like the main reason behind that buy bias. And is that clear? So now let's go back to the 45. And that's as simple as it gets. So that's like the reason why I executed that buy trade, looking at the fact that, okay, markets should most likely, continue this buy momentum. And also, if we have the continuation of the buys, we are good to go. So right now, it's still in profit and other trades are being sent. The major reason for the challenge is not for you to basically take the trades that I send alone. It's an opportunity for you to be able to leverage on every other signal that you can catch. If I were you, I will basically join Deriv. Some of you here, and nobody's stopping you from doing both. I trade both Deriv and Forex. So you can actually do Deriv and also do Forex. So one way or the other, you give yourself an avenue to make two streams of income. But some people are only glued towards the Forex aspect. But then, if I were you, if I had like $1,000, I can easily fund. Maybe you are not quite conversant with how deriv works, or you're a bit skeptical and all of that. Cool. If I were you, I can fund 700 in my trading account. I can fund 300 in my deriv account and to test run it like that. I've seen people do crazy numbers with deriv. I have one of our members that yesterday I was saying it in the live call that I have a lot of people in the community doing amazing stuff. I have somebody that's currently building like two apartments for like commercial, like residential purpose, not for himself, but for other people, and they can make money from it. I have money that people buying cars, people traveling out of the country, and I was saying, what's it called? Yes, you can enter good. Now, we're still on the trade. It has an SL. Why are you people scared like this? What's it called? Then currently we have a 24-year-old guy. Is this 24 or 23? I don't even think it's up to 24. I think it's maybe like 22 or so. Currently building his house. And all the money he made is from Deriv and the Deriv signal room and all of the things that he has learned and all. So don't sleep on Deriv if you are interested. It will actually help you to sort of have a two-way option for you to make money from. All right. And then what else? Now let's go to the other pairs. Now we've looked at gold and we've looked at the buyers that we have for gold. Now challenge allows us to trade across all pairs. Okay. So now I'm going to be going to USD JPY. Sorry, I'm a fast talker. But this is recorded and you can always go watch it again, just in case you miss anything, and you can ask questions in the chat box. So first off, I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. So what do I see on the top 4-hour quickly? So on the 4-hour, you have a low, you have an invalidated zone here. Then you have this area. Then you have a break of structure that happened here. All right. Now let's change this to line chart. What do we have? A low, break of a low. Da, 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 da. Now let's mark out this region. They sent Deriv trace to the Deriv signal room. Go and check. If you are there, you see it. There's no how you won't see the trace that was sent there. Only if you are not there. Somebody just testified here on the call now. Thank God it's not me that said it. She said the profit incurred this morning. She said it here. You can't read, scroll to the chart, you see it. She said it, yes, and it's running 220 pips in. So it's only if you are not on the group that you won't see the trade that they sent this morning. So I have so many unreplied messages. And yesterday I replied 250 human beings. So see, I like how this girl is even updating. I don't even know if it's a lady or a guy. I didn't mean 250 pips in profit. All right. So now for USD JPY, USD JPY, you have market creating a low like this. then a sweep of the low, and this zone that is here. So for me, there can be possibilities of buys for USD JPY. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? There can be possibilities of buys for UJ. Now, how do we do the analysis of that? Since we're expecting possibilities of buys, um, for the buy possibilities, now for me, I sort of would have had more confidence in this buy if this eye was already cleared. But nonetheless, this is still a 4-hour time frame. All right, so which means the break of structure is allowed here. First off, we have a BOS here. Please, I need you to train your eyes. Second break of structure that we have is here. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Then the third break of structure that we have is here. All right. Now, we've seen that we've had internal break of structures and an external break of structure where market basically pushed down price from here. But nonetheless, this is an avenue for us to see possible buys. Now, this trade is tentative, so I don't want you to put too much risk on it. But it's possible you can have a very, very good trade from this. Now, these are possibilities. This is a 500 pips TP. Now, this is an area where you can expect market to push a price from. This is a 61 pips SL. So for me, I think it's a fair risk. Let me look at a recent low that is here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this is the buy area that we're looking at, the POIs. This is the POI that we're looking at for all right, now we can, as you can see clearly here, this is the area that we're looking at. So many messages on Telegram. All right. So now this is the area that we're looking at to basically take our buys from for USD JPY. Okay. Now I already explained the reason earlier. I said I'm going to send the buy limits to the group after the call. So let me download the image and I can easily send the buy limits to the group. So this is a buy limit trade. I'm usually not a limit trader. Like I don't send limits. I send instant market executions. But then, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So now, what's the reason behind this setup? Pay attention. First off, we have market, creating this low and sort of a soup of this low here. You have this unmitigated zone, and then also the fact that market has constantly pushed up price after getting here. You have market push down price here to buy, retested into this area, but came down back into this region again, and then pushed up price all the way. So for me, I'm expecting that to mitigate this zone, come lower into this area, and then we can see sort of like a reaction to the upside. So it's worth taking the risk, and that's it on UJ. Now let's go to the next pair, USD card. 4-hour time frame. Clearly, what do we have here on the 4-hour? These are like buy areas. I'm not comfortable with this setup. I'm not seeing something clean. Now let's go to GBP JPY. What do we have on GJ? Now on GJ, clearly you guys can see that market created this area. This is giving buy bias. Actually, it's giving buy bias for GBP JPY. And if you want to take buys, you can sort of look at this area that is here as an opportunity to buy from. If I'm being honest, I'm not really comfortable with it, so I would ignore that setup. Now the next setup will be Euro USD. I sort of like EU though, but then it's a very, very slow pair. Now, what do we have on EU? This is 4-hour, clearly. Let's minimize the chart. I'm not seeing anything substantial on Euro USD. Let's go to EUR JPY, EJ. EUR JPY, not comfortable with it. NZD JPY. You have to be swift. NZDJPY is a lot of consolidation. DXY is giving continuation of sales, but for me, there's no visible entry at the moment. So AUD USD, there can be buy opportunities here, but the retest area could be an issue for me. So I would ignore AUD JPY. AUD JPY. Let's see. Also consolidating. So here, guys, this is the consolidation area. So consolidation area failing to break. So unless it breaks below or breaks above before you can see a tangible entry. Do you get me? So now AUD card here clearly. So for AUD card, it's sort of giving sell momentum because you have a break of structure 1, a break of structure 2, and you have these eyes here. But then it's not still giving me what I want, considering this is a 4-hour time frame. Now we've done gold. Let's look at US oil. So for US oil, let's quickly put it on daily time frame, D1. So for US oil, what do we have? We have market pushing down price, pushing up. I'm not comfortable with it. Now USD CHF. Let's see USD CHF. Okay, we took some buys on USD CHF before, and the market is slowly crashing on UJ. Let's quickly get this to weekly. Oh, this is an all-time low. Damn. Okay, not an all-time low though, but it's tilting towards an all-time low. USD CHF sales are visible, but I'll have to sit down properly to look for like an entry for it. The sales are quite visible, but it's the entry for the sales that is the most important. Where you get your sales and all of that is very, very important. So for that, we have to come to a time frame after 4 hours. You have to come down to like a 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, you can clearly see that it's crashing. So you have to wait for like a proper retest area. And that's looking too far. So let's look at US 30. Let's go to 4-hour time frame as usual. What do we have on U30? It's giving buys, but on the daily time frame, what do you see? On the daily, what do we have? We have markets creating this momentum. And then what else is it doing? Man, look at 2024 December. For me, so this is the high here. So this is the liquidity area, if I'm being honest with you. So this is a liquidity zone. The market is supposed to come and clear. So eventually, we'll have market pushing up price for US 30 all the way to this high. The entry matters though, but then overall, we should be able to get to this high and most likely even clear it. All right, now NZD USD. NZD USD 4-hour. For NZD USD, what do we have? We have uptrust. This area here, this is 4-hour. So if you mark out this zone like this, you can mark out this area like this. Now you're expecting market to basically push down price back into that region, like this, for instance. And then, we maybe reacts here a bit, push up price a bit, then break. Market pushing down price to break here, and then you can have a continuation of the buy patterns. That is for NZD USD. And you know the beautiful thing about these trades? This kind of trades, yeah, or this kind of peers, they give you opportunities to leverage like mad. You can leverage like mad on these pairs. Why? Because they have tight stop losses. So it gives you room to be able to do whatever the hell you want. And maximize your trades to the fullest potential. And that's like pretty much it. Okay. Next thing will be NZDJPY. NZDJPY, not giving something fixed, not a good bias for me if you ask me. Um, then you have NZDCHF. So NZDCHF, we had this first buy momentum that hit TP on NZDCHF. It was shared live on all our platforms. So right now, I would have to wait for market to create a proper structure like this again in order for us to be able to pick a bias. But right now, we have break of structure here, pushing down price and all. So sales might be visible, but an area of entry, like your point of interest, matters a whole lot. So GBP USD. So for GU, I'm still expecting market to obviously come down into this area and then have buy. It was shared live yesterday, also, yes, yesterday. But then market continuously pushed down, push up price and never retested back down. But I was expecting like a retest back down and push up and all that. And then okay, we've done GJ, GBCHF. Now let's check BTC USD as the last pair. Oosh! So this is the BTC USD trade that I analyzed yesterday. Sorry, kindly hold on. So I analyzed this GBP USD trade yesterday. This one. And it's currently in, I think, 1,000. Is it 1,000 pips in profit? Yeah. So it's currently in profit. And this is a 4-hour time frame. So if I put this in like 45 minutes, you can closely see that it's pushing down price a bit. So I sent signals yesterday for BTC USD sales, sell opportunities. And yeah, so this is an area where we can. And why I explained yesterday that you have a gap here, you have market creating this zone and then this high here, and market, retested back down here, right? Now it has invalidated this area, pushed up price back into the zone, and you can sort of see a scaling in entry where market reacts sales off an area where it has sold before. It's sort of an advanced level, sharp, but then I just explained it. So because market sold here before and you had a break of structure down, market will most likely return back into this area and sell again unless you have a break above this eye. So this eye here automatically represents your stop loss region or more like a supply and demand area. So if it breaks it, it automatically converts the supply to demand or whatever. But then unless we have that kind of case scenario, the sell opportunities are still visible. And that brings us to the end of the day one trading challenge analysis. So tomorrow I'll be live here with you guys again by 8 9 a.m. So we do this every day and this will be uploaded on YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can ask, and then you can also send to my DM. I might not respond immediately because I have tons of messages, but I will respond as soon as I can. Don't worry. And then yeah, so this, yeah, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. So this is an avenue for you to basically, I say it every time, scale and grow. You know, there is there's a saying that I tell people every time, that the life you want is at the other side of fear. If you just start, I know it's not easy, right? I've faced it and sometimes it still happens to me too. If you just try, you know, to take a leap of faith and remove that fear a bit, right? You see a different result entirely. Guys, the life you want is at the other side of fear. So if you know that you want a transformative session, you want, a different way, like you want to see a different growth entirely, you have to take that leap of faith and just believe that beautiful things will consistently happen to you, right? So I said every time that life doesn't necessarily favor the most knowledgeable, but it favors the most knowledgeable or the knowledgeable that is willing to execute. So you can only scale and grow if you only execute. All right. So them small lot sizes will keep you consistent, but it's not going to sustain you, neither will it keep you profitable. So if you know that you want to you know do beautiful exploits, guys, you have to start taking risks, guys, and taking calculated ones at such. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the signal rooms, both signal rooms, and then if you have any questions, you can always text me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow same time. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, the life you want is at the other side of fear.